Contestant number 2, Arun Kumar Sridhar. Because we are worth it. Because we are worth it, Arun Kumar Sridhar.
October 25th, 2011. It was the most beautiful day of my life. It was the day I saw my son for the first time. How many of you are parents here? You know what I'm talking about. That October morning, as I held my son in my arms for the first time, I felt so proud. I promised myself that I would love him no matter what. Then I remembered the havoc caused in my life because of excessive love. So I changed my promise a little bit. Of course, I love him, but I will trust him more. To trust someone is a bigger compliment than to love them, said the great Scottish poet George MacDonald. This beautiful lesson was taught to me by a great teacher 19 years ago. Toastmasters, yes, contest master. The year was 1994. I was studying 6th grade in my school. Our school principal at that time was a gentleman named Mr. J.D. Johnson. Johnson was a tall, distinguished gentleman who always believed that honesty and integrity were more important than academic excellence. Unfortunately, in the summer of 1994, there were a series of high-profile robberies that rocked our school. Items like computer mouse, keyboard, burette, pipette, beaker were being stolen from the school. The suspicion clearly fell on the students, not least because nobody else would be interested in such trivial items. One day, things came to such a head that Johnson had to address it head on. And he chose to address it one morning at the school assembly. That morning, after the prayers were sung, Johnson took the stage and gave a speech that I believe is the world champion speech of public speaking. He said, and I quote, "Friends, I know some of you have stolen from the school. I'm not going to find out who it is. I'm not going to punish you. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to show you how much we trust you. In the school assembly, I'm going to place what I call an honesty box. I'm going to fill it up with all manner of goodies, pens, pencils, erasers, sharpener, scale, anything you'll need for schoolwork. If you want something, just go there and pick it up. There's no supervision. It's just you and the box. No teachers, no cameras. You can pay the money into the box. A rate card will be kept below. I hope this small gesture shows you how much we trust you. Because you're worth it." When I heard this speech, I was taken, worth it? Nobody's worth that much. What is he talking about? Has he gone crazy? During the afternoon lunch hour, curiosity got the better of me, and I had to go and look at this honesty box. So I went to the school assembly. It was a small 3-foot tall wooden box with all these goodies in there, and I couldn't resist my temptation. So I picked up, I still remember, a wooden scale. As soon as I picked up the scale, I became like Golem in Lord of the Rings. My precious. Instead of putting the money into the box, as I should have, I ran back to class. And I felt pretty good. I had beaten the man. I had thumbed my nose at authority. I had shown that Johnson's plans had come to naught. And I felt pretty good. Or did I? As evening turned into night, my conscience, my inner Smeagol, asked me some tough questions. Johnson trusted you because you were worth it. Are you not worth it? Are you a thief? Are you a thief? Are you a thief? I couldn't even respond to my own conscience. That night was the longest night of my life. Next day, in the morning, I went back to school, went to the assembly, went near the honesty box, made sure no one was watching. And put my precious where it truly belonged. Today, I can look at every one of you in the eye and say, no, I am not a thief. Never was, never will be. Because I'm worth it. I know this because Johnson trusted me. Not because of excessive love, but because of trust. When you trust someone, they start believing that they are worthy of receiving your trust. That they are worthy of receiving your love. That they are worthy of changing their lives. Whether you're a parent trying to connect with your teenage daughter, whether you're a mentor trying to connect with your mentee, trust is as important, if not more important, than love. That October morning, I promised myself that I would trust my son, no matter what. Perhaps he might disappoint me, like I almost did. But I will trust him anyway. Because he is worth it. Contest Master.